A lengthy investigation now closed. I'm your MSU neighborhood reporter, Colin Jankowski. Wednesday, Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel announced that her office's investigation into Michigan State's handling of the Larry Nassar case is now closed, with no further action taken from her office.
I had no expectations about the report that was coming out, just as a way to protect myself.
Danielle Moore is the vice president of the Army of Survivors, a group that advocates for survivors in sports of all levels, and is a survivor herself.
So I wasn't surprised that there was nothing that came out of it.
The way they were so tenacious in withholding these particular documents, of course, it would lead a normal person to think, well, what is in those documents that they don't want us to see?
Attorney General Dana Nessel noted her office closed the case because of a lack of new information, due in part to redactions to the documents and lack of access to other private communications from personal emails and text messages.
Unfortunately, from the remaining documents, we have learned that not all of the communications were preserved, and that the university wrongly applied attorney-client privilege to many, if not most, of the remaining documents. My understanding is that Luana K. Simon said herself that she had been deleting communications.
Vice President and university spokesperson Emily Garant said in a statement, quote, "The university maintains that our interpretation and application of the attorney-client privilege was appropriate, as determined by East Lansing District Court Judge Richard Ball in 2019, end quote. Danielle and Nessel agree that the delays in releasing the documents extended the process and stress for survivors.
It would have, again, saved the survivors 6 years of stress and anxiety and fighting for the documents to be released.
Nessel says while this is not the outcome her office thought they would have, she emphasized the work survivors like Danielle have done to change the way these cases are dealt with in the future.
I commend you all for your bravery in coming forward and sharing your stories, and for never giving up in the pursuit of justice and transparency.
Danielle says she hopes this leads to institutional and cultural changes at MSU to prevent something like this from ever happening again.
So just in terms of simple policy change, enforcing proper communication so things can be tracked and traced so we can figure out what went wrong and where so you can fix it.
We have put in a FOIA request for those 6,000 documents reviewed by Dana Nessel's office in the latest investigation, and the AG's office says they hope to make those documents available to the public in the near future. At Michigan State University, Colin Jankowski, Fox 47 News.